This is Gary Atensi with CNTV, and today we're in Colorado Springs, Colorado. I'm here with Beadwork by Sherry. Since 2002, she has been providing handcrafted, one-of-a-kind works of art for locals here in Colorado Springs, online across the nation. Let me ask you, first of all, Sherry, let's jump in a little bit about yourself. Obviously, it's a pretty creative industry that you've chosen here. Is this something that you kind of fell into, or is this something that you grew up as a young child, kind of want to express yourself?
Well, I've been creative all of my life, but it took me a while to actually find jewelry. And when I did, I just felt like I found my niche. I haven't been even wanting to do anything else but the jewelry. I just focus on that.
That is a great story. Let me ask you, beadwork itself, and we can trace this historically back, probably the first type of jewelry that the world's ever known. I mean, thousands of years BC. Kind of exciting to the fact that this is still a popular type of artwork. And is it alive and well? Is it fun sharing it with people as well as the youth that are starting to love it as well?
Oh, it's fun. Well, I like bling. It's something because it changes. It started out with bones and feathers. It's gone around to rhinestones and diamonds and you name it, and actually has come back around to bones.
I mean, people, what we do, everything from the clothes we wear, our hairstyles, and obviously the jewelry we put on us, really kind of tell a story about us. I mean, it really kind of expresses who we are. Is that what you find with people as they are trying to find a creation like that?
Oh, definitely. You have the people who want something just very dainty and very small, and you have other people who the bigger the better.
I mean, one of the things, obviously, we're trying to express ourselves. We don't want to wear something that everyone's got. This is some unique jewelry, really one of a kind, that is quite a conversation piece that people can look at.
Yes, it is. Even on the Beadwork by Sherry, you can personalize whatever you are making. With the deployment bracelet or the cancer awareness bracelets, you can put whatever term you want on your wrist, or have it be something that everybody does, like USA for a deployment bracelet.
Excellent. I mean, obviously, a bracelet tells a lot about us, our jewelry does. Many times it's something that we're going through in our life, something worth commemorating. Share with me a little bit the cancer awareness, how that got started, and seems to be pretty popular.
It does. The cancer awareness bracelet was actually made because I had one of my previous customers contact me and tell me that her husband had cancer, and she wanted to be able to show her support for him. And she was familiar with my mother's bracelets and my deployment bracelets, so she wanted me to create the cancer awareness bracelet. And so I did that, just varied what I was doing a little bit, but added the colors for the cancer awareness, and that was what made it unique. Plus, they could then add different charms. A lot of people use the support ribbon charm, and then many people use the cross or a heart, and also to signify
kind of a neat way to celebrate maybe something somebody's gone through, a great way obviously to raise awareness, and at the same time this has to be a great gift for somebody possibly that's going through it. It's a way of really encouraging them.
I have many people who order the bracelets for the person who has cancer just so that they know that they are being supported by the people that bought the bracelet for them.
You had mentioned before the color choice. I never even realized there was actual colors of different types of cancer. Share with me a little bit about that. I mean, that's got to be something that folks aren't too familiar with.
That's right. Most people are familiar with breast cancer. That's pink.
Exactly.
They've done a great job with that. But just about every cancer has a color. The pink is very well known.
Absolutely.
But there's also brain for brain cancer, and it is gray, and then lung cancer is clear.
Well, right now we're basically scrolling across the screen for folks, all those different colors. I mean, this was something that I didn't even realize before. Bracelets themselves have always been kind of popular between loved ones. I've seen his and her bracelets before. Even more special when we're talking about somebody who's been deployed. Tell me about your deployment bracelets and how that came to be.
I came up with the deployment bracelet because I had several friends and family members who had loved ones deployed, and I wanted to help them get through this, because it is such a difficult time when you've got someone in harm's way. Very dramatic, and I just wanted to be able to help them, and I came up with this idea with the deployment bracelet. I've always said it's God-given, the idea, and I thought that if they could have something on their wrist that they could see every day, and they would have the person's name or husband or dad or whatever name they wanted to choose for this deployment bracelet, put that on their wrist, and then add the charms. If he's a helicopter pilot, you put a helicopter charm. So cool. And just, I took that and ran with it. And that was actually why I decided to create the Beadwork by Sherry website, was so that I could have that available to more people than just the few. Right.
But speaking of locals, you're in a perfect, inspiring place right here overlooking the Academy here. We're talking about red, white, and blue crystals that can be used. Obviously, you probably got a lower grade crystal as well as a higher grade. What are the different types you have there?
I actually just have Swarovski crystals, only the best, and it's only sterling silver is what I have available. The women who order these wear them day in, day out, and it is made to last. And if it doesn't happen to last, I can restring the jewelry, and I have many people send them back to me because they develop a tie to that bracelet. They don't want a new one, they want that same bracelet.
Absolutely. I mean, they lived through a time in their life when things were happening, so that's what the connection is. Not only bracelets we're talking about, like you said, you decided to pretty much put this across the nation on the web there. So you're not talking just bracelets, but necklaces, earrings. You do a little bit of each when it comes to patriotic out there.
I do. I have a patriotic web page and have many different variations of whatever anyone wants.
One of the things I see out there is folks anymore, the bead colors, like you said, cancer awareness. I wasn't even aware besides the pink. I thought that was just one color for a type. Another one that we're very familiar with is probably that of birthstones or birth colors, months. How does those tie in nicely for mother's bracelets?
Well, at the mother's bracelets, a lot of mothers want to have it so that they can have their kids, and I actually have one with my kids, and just to keep them in my thoughts and know that they're always close in my heart, and I can choose to have their birthstone if I want. This particular bracelet doesn't have their birthstones because they're all over the board in colors, and so I chose not to. But if you want to have someone with a March birthday, you could do aquamarine, or an October birthday with the pink tourmaline color. And so,
and I notice it's not just one strand that represents all the kids. You've got a strand for each one of the children. So if you got a lot of kids, you could fill up your arm very nicely, and I imagine quite a bit of color. And also, once again, a great conversation piece. I imagine when you're out with the ladies, kind of bring up your kids.
Oh, it's definitely, you can brag about your kids, your grandkids, and just say this, people will ask, what's the significance of the bracelet? And absolutely. That's when you can say, oh yes, these are my kids. And I haven't made one for myself for grandbabies yet, but they're coming.
I'm sure it's on the way. Obviously, beads are beautiful in bracelets, yet we're not excluding the men here. You have quite a few masculine options as well. For gentlemen, tell me about that.
Again, it was because a customer contacted me and said, hey, I want one for my husband. I want one for my son. Oh. And so I did a lot of research as to, okay, what can I get that's black or that's masculine, not blingy, totally opposite, but still can have the red, white, and blue crystal, or still have the cancer awareness crystals. And so over time, I came up with something that I could do that, and they're actually black matte stone beads, so they're also very durable.
Excellent. Viewers, take a look at the bottom of the screen right there. What you're going to see is her website. First of all, the first website you're going to see there is basically what began this back in 2002, and that is Beadwork by Sherry, something that she had a great passion for. And obviously people seen this, and they wanted some of these one-of-a-kind products. And this has to be kind of exciting for you, knowing you're kind of creating something, an heirloom, if you will, that sometimes are going to be passed on long after me and you are gone, and people are going to give them on. Is that kind of rewarding for you?
Oh, it is very rewarding. And one of the biggest compliments is when someone will say, okay, I have a problem with my bracelet. The clasp broke after 10 years. I don't want to just buy a new one. I want to fix this one. That's definitely a compliment.
That is excellent. Like we said before, I mean, beadwork we can trace all the way back to the ancient times. I mean, really, even ancient Egyptians used to wear beadwork, and they felt that it actually protected them. Tell me what you have there as well.
The amulet bag is something that people will actually put little things in. Some people use them for little prayer bags, put a little prayer, fold it up, just put it in there just to have it. Or if they've got a special coin or something that they want to carry, that then they'll put those in the amulet bags. Other people just wear them because they like the prettiness of them.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Like you said, this began for something here locally. You decided to go ahead and launch more of a nationwide, worldwide website, if you will, so you could almost get more creative with a lot of your work out there. Tell me what folks are going to find on that site as well.
I came across the Jewelry for You website and decided to run with it because I wanted to have something, a creative side of me, whereas the Beadwork by Sherry is more personalized, where people specifically pick what they want. But the Jewelry for You is something that I can play with and I can just go crazy with and put something that I've made and decide, okay, I think I can part with this, so I'll put it on my website.
That is wonderful. Viewers, last time, take a look at the bottom of the screen right there. You're going to see both of the websites right there. First of all, you can take a look at her Facebook page as well. She'll keep you apprised on some of the works that she's got going on there. Obviously, it's kind of like a running blog also for people who have gotten your work before and everybody talking about it. I think it's kind of a neat thing. You can also contact her if there's something special that you want. You're not sure if you see it there on the site. She can probably create something for you that is very unique, special for you. We're talking about men's bracelets, women's bracelets, even bracelets for kids out there. This is something that you start seeing some kids get involved and kind of enjoying this as well.
Something that I have started just recently is to have a kit available that someone, you don't even really have to have beaded in the past. It's very simple, very little complication involved, and I have created a tutorial and written instructions along with pictorial instructions that you can take this bracelet and make it from scratch, something that you can do all by yourself. I would say that it probably is easy enough for a child to do it, maybe 8 to 10-year-old child, and it involves leather and rhinestones and chain, and it's very sparkly and lots of fun. So have a children's line of bracelets that people can order for children.
A very cool thing for kind of a family bonding time, and also to have something when you're all done with it.
Oh yes, and happy hour, and have your girlfriends over and make bracelets. And it's just
excellent. Last time, take a look right there. Both of the websites, check them out. Once again, pretty much can personalize any type of bracelet you want out there, but you also want to take a look at her sister site there, which will really show her creativity at work there. This is a business that began back in 2002, obviously very popular to the locals as well as those online nationwide. This is Gary Atencia with CNTV, and if you don't know, now you know.